Oil is in the ground because a long time ago, a lot of dinosaurs and plants died. Their remains were buried by various things and left to decay in the ground. Oil is made up of the elements carbon and hydrogen. Different oils have different ratios of these two elements, and because life on Earth is carbon-based, when these dead dinosaurs and plants decayed, they decayed into the hydrocarbons we pull out of the ground today. Concerning production, an oil field is classified as either easy oil or its much more difficult counterpart, unconventional oil. Easy oil is used to describe a reservoir where there really is not much more effort required to produce hydrocarbons than drilling a well and watching it flow. An unconventional reservoir is one that requires technology and techniques far more advanced than an easy reservoir. When the Weyburn Field was beginning to develop in Canada in 1954, the production peaked at 31,500 barrels a day. In 1963, water injection was used to boost production to 47.2 thousand barrels a day, only to have those numbers return to original production values 20 years later. This is where the geographical location and the politics of the surrounding region of the oil field come into play. Normally, carbon dioxide injection utilizes the naturally produced gas from the reservoir, but this wasn't an option for the Canadians. However, they saw an opportunity right across the border. A power plant just south of the Canadian border, located in North Dakota, was releasing nearly 13,000 tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere per day. The Canadians worked out a deal and have been using that carbon dioxide for their injections to help an otherwise dead reservoir soar above expectations. Another geopolitical concern with this same example are the differences in policies and beliefs between the nations involved. Canada is trying to adhere to the goals that the Kyoto Protocol established, but there is concern that carbon dioxide will still eventually escape, essentially taking the blame for another country's emissions. CO2 injection boosts total production to 60% and even beyond. So why doesn't every reservoir project utilize the technology? This is because not every reservoir needs to. The giant Gawar field, the largest oil field on Earth, is estimated to produce 5 million barrels a day of oil and 2.5 billion cubic feet of gas per day. Even though there are massive amounts of gas being flared instead of reused, there is no need to implement an enhanced oil recovery method. However, Saudi Aramco is building a test site for carbon dioxide injection on this field. Their goals for this project are to determine how much more oil can be produced, assess the migration of carbon dioxide within the giant reservoir, and identify the problems that would arise with building additional facilities and pipelines in such a highly volatile area.